Hi, my name is Julian, I like designing stuff, and this is just a quick update about a little trick that I like. Maybe some of you are like, this is the most obvious thing, I've always been doing this. Why do you care? The reason I care is because when I found out, I was so happy and I used it so much since then, and I think it looks so cool when you make doll eyes. And I'm currently working on this pencil case, and I made this big eye from one of those clear capsule dome acrylic things. You can get them in craft shops. And I think what always really sells it, what the eye effect is, to have these tiny little red veins, and painting them on kind of sucks. And the lines always look all evenly thick. But if you're using the right kind of thread, kind of a wool type of thread, you can pull the strings, like really, you can pull the fibers apart. They kind of branch out in always tinier and tinier little branches, which looks very realistic. Let's check it out. So what I have here is a bit of clear varnish. This is sold to be used to like varnish a finished acrylic painting or something, to turn it from matte to very high gloss finished, to protect it, and I guess also to look cool. But you can use, I guess, a kind of clear, just clear lacquer or clear acrylic paint. I think this is high gloss, but I don't think you have to use high gloss. It doesn't really matter, I think, as long as it's kind of clear, because you're gonna use very little just to soak the thread in to make it stick to your eye. So what I'm gonna do is, or what I've already done is, I pulled the thread into, like, I pulled it open, pulled out some strings, and then it kind of turns into tiny little threads that all go out of each other, branch out of each other. Use some kind of wool is what I would advise, and not a kind of strong thread for sewing. Those are going to be tough to pull apart. A type of wool works perfectly. So I chose a little bit here where I where I want to go, how much I need here. It's just supposed to be a tiny little bit, starting in the corner of the eye, and then just a tiny bit on the side. Usually those veins don't go that close to the iris. Same for the other side. I'm just gonna do this little amount here, something like that, and yeah, again pull out strings. It gets hard if you're doing very small amounts to hold it. If in doubt, just use very few, and then it's very easy to add more, just thread by thread, so to speak, later, and thereby you keep a lot of control over where exactly the threads are. I think actually in the left it's too much. Check it out. I don't know, maybe even less on the left. I think I'm gonna do even less on the left, a little bit. But I'm gonna soak those threads now in the varnish and then glue them on the eyeball. I got this dental tool, hook thing tool. I think this is gonna be helpful now. I think another cool thing about this method is that because of the varnish, the thread is gonna get a little bit of like texture, like it's gonna have a little bit of weight and be like a bit more three-dimensional and voluminous, you know what I mean, which is kind of how these veins actually look on the eye. Not that I'm going for hardcore realism with this weird alien creature here, of course, but I think it's, yeah, it makes it more real, even in a surreal way, and kind of cool. So you see what I did is I just put a tiny, well, actually not that tiny blob of the varnish on there, and I'm just gonna bathe my veins here, my thread veins in there, and just, yeah, pull them apart a little and, yeah, brush them out, kind of lay them out where I want them to lay. And this is also what I meant, what I really like about this process is you can kind of control it in detail, because it sticks so nicely in the varnish on there. Yeah, and then you can just drape it however you like. Yes, nice. Got another big branch out like this. I don't know if you can see this, but actually I think for the other side I'm gonna just put the whole thread in the varnish before I put it on, because in some parts some threads are actually still sticking out, and I had to put varnish on them manually so that they stick to the eye. Yeah, that's a bit more work than necessary, I think. So for the other side I'm just gonna dip. What's the word? English. Dip. I'm just gonna dip the whole thread in varnish first. Let's go. Where is the beginning? Let's do even less. So this is the little eye trick, the eye vein trick. Let me know if you liked it in the comments, and if you want to see how I made this eyeball like I mentioned in the beginning, then let me know about that. I can make a little tutorial on that for sure. It's really quick and really simple way of making realistic high gloss creature eyes. If you're interested in stuff like this, we're currently building a web shop and website with more tutorials where you can download 3D files of stuff that we're building here, like the UFO that's currently in the makings, the Bob Lazar sport model UFO. We're currently building it in CAD, so you can download the CAD files there, and the CAD drawings, for example, among many other things. So check that out, please. And yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. See you in another video. Goodbye.